thrill of writing this year was going in very unexpected ways that I don't think other TV shows do. That's the good thing about not planning everything exactly right, because you surprise yourself, you're probably going to surprise the audience.
David, watch it!
Michelle and I are of the opinion the writer's room is about the logic of building a story, but the actual putting those words down on paper are about tapping into the intuition.
We have a spectacular group of writers. Either one of them will have read something, thought of something, or we will come up with ideas of things that we're finding scary in the world.
There's so many different experiences and walks of life from everybody in the room, but I think it makes for really unique stories. We'll come with personal stories and what are you into in terms of like the news or current events, and then we'll try to connect the dots on both of them. So even if it is something that's popping up in the news, we will put our own evil spin on it.
Whoa! This year we leaned a little bit more into innovative and newer technologies that are going to be a big part of our future. Technology has improved our lives, whether it's connectivity or productivity, but then there's always, an unexpected outcome.
The hell?
The first episode is based on a particle accelerator, the CERN one in Switzerland. There was a lot of fear at the time when it was opening that it was going to open the gates to hell. One of the writers in the writers' room brought it to us, and it felt like they're now creating another particle accelerator that is going to be equal to CERN out in Long Island. So it felt like, oh, well, that's perfect.
Evil has definitely the strangest tone of any show I've ever worked on, just because it combines so many genres that wouldn't mesh, and that's all due to the mind of Robert and Michelle King.
Robert and Michelle, as showrunners, will do a final pass at the script. That's when most of the humor gets added in. And it's wonderfully surprising, and it's wonderful to get those scripts.
I think it's such a great blend of comedy and also like, what the fuck is happening?
All our writers and the Kings are crazy geniuses. Our monsters and demons are not fantastical. Everything is very grounded in this world. And so when you approach it that way, you find the real emotion in the scene, in the script, and then you just go from it, because like the scary moments come from the very real moments.
The scale of our stories this year is really quite big, but then it's also becomes far more personal too. It was an interesting writing exercise for all of us to do that, kind of balance those two scales, the really big and the really small.
We're going to be parents.
It's fun to write for Kristen and Leland. Kristen keeps being faced with weirder and weirder challenges by Leland. We never wanted her showing any vulnerability, so all she can do and start doing is laughing at him, which defines Kristen this year, which might define why she's a little lighter this year.
She would have to. I mean, her egg was stolen and made into the Antichrist. That is horrific stuff. And I think she either could have been destroyed by that or found strength, and she found strength.
Anytime you build a conflict between characters in a TV narrative, there has to be an ending. So I think what you're going to find is things are driven to a head this year because of the nature of narrative, but also the nature of these characters.